Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, thank you for taking your time to join us for another episode of the Linda Ogweno Show. We do not take it for granted that you do that, and some of you have even gone ahead and liked, subscribed, and shared. We are grateful. This is the Linda Ogweno Show for those who are new, where we train aspirants on politics and political processes. We hope that we'll be able to bring better governance, not only in Kenya, but in Africa as well. This show is guided by biblical principles, and we are grateful for the support that we get from Women United for Our Future. Today, we are delighted to have a guest. And yes, I am not going to steal his bubble. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then he'll be able to let you know and share with you the nuggets that he has. And so, without further ado, first, thank you for honoring our invite and for joining us. Would you kindly introduce yourself to our online viewers?
Thank you so much, the Linda Ogweno Show, for inviting me to this occasion. I'm quite delighted because the many experiences that we have accumulated over the years can be really a good foundation for others who will want to follow our path.
Mm.
I'm Nelson Adul,
Mm-hmm.
the aspirant for Kisumu County Senate seat in the 2022 elections.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to engaging more on this topic of disability inclusion
Mm-hmm.
and how it can empower the people who are enabled differently to realize their dreams wherever they are.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you for that introduction, but you have left the name that we all know. Everybody knows it. I don't wonder why you have left it, because that is what we all know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, people know it as one name, a continuous one. Nelson Adul Manganga. Machoto Enyoy.
I was looking for Machoto Enyon.
Machoto Enyoy.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the one that we all
That
know.
is my political name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Nelson, for honoring our invite once again. But now take us through your disability. There are different types of disability. You as Nelson, how did you get to this point? Were you born with it, or what happened? If you could just maybe share a little bit about your story.
Uh, Life is really full of many twists.
Mhm.
And as one grows, you realize that there are so many things that really define people along the way.
Mhm.
Myself, having been born, I was born without disability.
Mhm.
But along the way, I got an accident that really confined me to hospital for about 7 years.
Mhm.
So during those periods, I didn't myself, I did not know how that will affect the general work and even my progress as an individual.
Mhm.
But later, I will realize that it really changed a lot
Mhm.
because I fell in a waterfall at our place,
Oh.
and I had to be rushed to Nyabondo Hospital and then finally transferred to Kenyatta National Hospital
Mm.
for for those physiotherapy exercises that eventually saw me beginning to walk anew
Mhm.
after some time, about 7 years there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my disability is generally physical.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I'm really constrained in doing a number of things.
Mhm.
For example, if I have to carry a load,
Mhm.
I cannot do it over a long distance.
Mhm.
If there are things I want to reach out for,
Mhm.
I cannot go for this long,
Mhm.
high,
Something that is high.
high.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mm.
so it really curtails some bit of my freedom
Mm.
that I have to depend on other people to help me
Mm.
navigate life. And I've
Mm.
come to realize that it is the theme of life. You have to work with the people.
Mm.
So mine is that naturally I have to depend on people to help me achieve
Mm.
such kind of ends.
Wow.
Mm.
So sorry about what you had to go through,
Mm.
but it highlights the challenges that people living with disability go through,
Yeah.
and it's already hard enough. Then you decided to go into politics. Like, what inspired you to get into politics?
I realize that in politics, people talk about one another. You are being discussed. It's like your life is just in the public
Mm-hmm.
domain.
Mm-hmm.
But I reflected upon it and realized that throughout my studies,
Mm-hmm.
my life has always been discussed. Anyone who sees me will refer, "Huh? That short man, that short boy,
Mm-hmm.
what does he do? What does he study?"
Mm.
So people will want to know who are your brothers, who are your family members, what do you do, how do you earn your living. So this me, I felt very comfortable if I can be discussed in another arena that will now empower people.
Well and good.
That will now empower people to realize to come out of their comfort zones and do something meaningful for the society.
Was there something that the PWDs probably are facing or challenging that you felt also motivated you to run for the seat?
Yes, I wanted to. I ran for the seat on the principle that, as members of disability family, we realize that people wait for us to be given,
Yeah.
and some of these people who think that we should be given, they are people whom we really exceed in terms of particular abilities. You find that somebody whom you are defeating even in class now looks at you from a point of view that you have to be given anything that you need in life. I've been elected in colleges before, even in private setups, organizations, social forums. I've won elections. So I wanted just to demonstrate to my fellow colleagues that we can also win. Why can't we win? Instead of others will be given, yes, nominations, but we can also win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you bring in a very good point because you find that most people living with disability are usually are told you just wait for nomination.
Yes.
So why did you go for the senatorial seat? And as you've said, you went to the ballot. Why wouldn't you just have waited for nomination? And why the senatorial seat?
Uh, my success stories in a number of challenges I've endured in life gave me the much confidence that I can actually scoop that Senate seat. And then my training from finance and accounting background made me believe that actually what is needed at the senatorial level is a powerful oversight. Somebody is well grounded in the issues of financial management and even audit, so that at least even if oversight bodies bring some kind of reports, we are able to properly interrogate them with objectivity, so that we add value to the public. Public can get the value for their money. So I wanted the senatorial seat because it was a powerful organ. If you're an MCA or an MP for that matter, are you able to summon the governor?
No, senators who have an oversight for the county.
So as a senator, I share the same constituency with the governor.
Okay.
So even if I invite him for a meeting, he won't feel intimidated.
Okay.
He will feel that this is somebody.
But even MCAs can oversight.
But as a team.
Okay.
But
Not as an individual.
not as an individual. I didn't want to depend on others in my oversight role.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're sure you're going for the senatorial seat. Of course, you knew it would come with challenges.
Yes.
What are the one or two things that you did to prepare yourself for the race ahead?
The main thing that you need to prepare is about the concerns of the people. You see, as a senator, you are going to represent the county and the people. You need to understand what particular aspect is lacking from the leadership structure that makes them be dysfunctional. So I would like to encourage anyone who is interested in such post to look at it in terms of its mandate. If you look at the Article 96 of the Constitution, it really spells out what senators are supposed to do. And then you are able to interrogate it with the aspirations of the people. Like right now, people are crying. Okay, we have audit reports that come. We have interrogations from oversight bodies from now and then. But now, you need somebody who is there on a continuous basis. If something happens, then you really are with the people. You work with the people. You don't wait for a year to do that. So somebody needs to really understand how that role will really line to the people, and then you lay down your political strategy for it.
I hear you loud and clear. And I also want you to maybe share maybe some personal, tactics. What did you do? The race is coming. What are some of the things that you did on a personal, level to prepare? Politics is there's money needed, there's what needed. So just to prepare you for the race so that somebody who's also living with disability and may want to go into the next election can borrow a leaf from you.
Actually, one of the factors that I've least considered is about finances.
Okay.
Because I really believe that resources follow ideas.
True.
Yeah. So if you have an idea,
Mhm.
people will always come in
Mhm.
whatever way.
Mhm.
For example, I went when I started the race. I
Mhm.
went to an hotel to book for a meeting, and
Mhm.
somebody said it's about you are all on the Senate. You can have this for 1 week free
Mhm.
of charge.
Mhm. I
So you
know
see, that
that.
is a resource.
Mhm.
If that center is to be charged 5,000 per day,
Mhm.
then it means that person gave me 35,000 shillings.
True.
That's how I see
Mm,
that
mm, mm,
actually resources follow ideas.
mhm,
Another thing I was about to prepare, I was much concerned about preparing my family
mhm.
because my family are not politicians.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But now that I'm going to politics,
Mhm.
people will drag them into my
Politics.
politics,
Mhm,
and perhaps they will be interviewed
mhm,
unexpectedly and
mhm,
utter some things
mhm,
that do not really resonate well with my manifesto.
mhm,
So the first thing I set up to do was to let my family members understand my manifesto,
mhm,
and then to put the boundaries
mhm.
that if there is any needed political activity,
Yes.
hmm,
Mhm.
then they can say they are not politicians,
Mm. So to separate
to
you
separate
from your
me
family.
from them, and
Mhm.
this one also will help protect them
Yes.
because politics is really dirty. Some
Mm.
of people may go up to the family just
Mm.
to revenge on you.
Mhm.
So that preparation is needed, and then seeking the family support
Mhm.
in the whole process because
Yes.
at the end of the day, they are the ones who will be affected
Mm.
by either your win
Mm.
or
Or your
your
loss.
loss, and
Mhm.
especially on the loss side,
Mhm.
it's them who will consume
Mhm.
the loss for the next 5 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
So
well put. Now
mm,
you have prepared. Now you're in the race.
yeah.
So what are the challenges that you faced during now your candidature?
The first challenge I faced was about acceptance.
Oh, okay.
People literally refused to accept that I could be a senator. So as even I
Okay.
was introducing myself
Uh,
in social places,
mm,
people were looking at it that I was not serious enough. So I
mhm,
asked them, what kind of seriousness did they
mm,
expect from somebody who is a graduate,
mhm,
somebody who has lived in this world and
mhm.
identify the challenges? So it took me to change their mindset
People are not associating you with that seat.
with that seat.
Okay.
Yeah. So it took me some time
Mhm,
to let them understand how serious I was.
mhm,
And this was only confirmed when they saw my name at the ballot.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that is very unfortunate.
That's a very deep concern
Yeah.
that people do not associate, let's say, as a PWD
Yes.
with the leadership.
With the leadership. Yeah.
Mhm. Any other challenge that you faced?
Uh, the violence, the acts
Mhm,
of violence that is within our politics. I
mhm,
realize that the violence can either be physical or even in terms of uh, social
mhm,
violence, where a candidate, your colleague will pay in media stations not to allow you for this
mhm,
kind of engagement.
mhm,
So when you go to visit these radio stations,
mhm,
TV, or
mhm,
even social media platforms,
mhm,
you realize your post is pulled down, or
mhm,
they give you higher charges
mhm.
that you are not able to afford,
Afford.
and then you lose the interactions
Mhm,
that is needed.
mm, mm,
So people will see only one candidate,
mhm.
hmm,
Yeah.
yet you are denied the chance.
Okay. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Now during the rallies, just all that, is there something also you experienced in that particular
Yes,
setup?
I experienced that in rallies.
Mm,
It's not just about the political party or
mhm,
the political formations that
mhm,
define this.
mhm,
Even the members of the public have a role.
mhm,
So I realized that I had to put my people actually to secure me at the rally. First,
mhm,
secure me
mhm,
because as you come to join,
mhm,
there are so many people who are struggling to prevent and
mhm,
only allow the people whom they like to
mhm,
join the podium.
mhm,
So my people will be there to welcome me and to
mhm,
ensure that at least I have a seat at
mhm,
the table.
mhm,
So it is not something that is easy because you lose things,
mhm,
you lose your assets, money,
mhm,
funds,
mhm,
and sometimes even you are you
mhm,
can be molested. Yeah.
mhm,
So these are things that are real in politics and
mhm.
a very big challenge to the disability family.
Wow. As a follow-up to that, what would you tell political parties and IEBC as areas of improvement? Because I think I made an observation that you find that even dioceses are not made, specifically to address or to be comfortable for people like you.
Yeah.
So where can they improve? Political parties or by extension IEBC and any other gatekeeper, could be ORPP, anybody else.
The IBC and any other stakeholder in the electoral process should just concentrate on the issues of equity.
Mm-hmm.
Equity
Mm-hmm.
equity means fairness. I'm not talking about equality.
Okay.
I'm talking about equity.
All right.
So equity means if people are standing on the same platform and you give them the same height,
Mm-hmm.
it means you are only
I'm taller than you.
you are pursuing equality.
Mm-hmm.
But in under equity, you are
Mm.
supposed to give this person more weight
Mm.
so that at least he may be visible enough like the other
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So I will request the stakeholders within the electoral process
Mm-hmm.
to consider giving the members of the disability family
Mm-hmm.
a better platform in terms of visibility. IBC can organize for media,
Mm-hmm.
this mainstream media
Mm-hmm.
shows so that all these candidates are brought. They are normally there are not many people
Mm-hmm.
coming out, so
Mm-hmm.
the few people can be absorbed within their cost,
Mm-hmm.
even if they contribute something
Mm-hmm.
hmm, as a stipend
Mm-hmm.
to facilitate the process.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea should be towards
Mm-hmm.
boosting their view,
Mm-hmm.
their social platform,
Publicity.
their publicity,
Mm-hmm.
so that at least the agenda can be understood.
Mm.
Because at the political arena, actually, not much can be done. But we can still engage the political parties to ensure that whoever candidates that they have
Mm-hmm.
is actually accommodated,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can just tell the providers of those services and event planners
Mm-hmm.
that whenever you have this forum,
Mm-hmm.
you must ensure that the podium is accessible to
Mm-hmm.
all people who are enabled differently.
Mm.
And that will be a very powerful message
Okay.
and will help motivate others
Mm.
who may be willing to come and offer leadership
Mm.
to do so without much problem.
That's very nice. Would you
Yeah.
say something to do with the nomination towards and you're putting that in terms of ORPP and political parties, and we're just talking about what can you tell them to make the process better. And now you're talking in terms of nomination, and there are nomination slots that are usually set aside for people living with disability. What can you talk as far as that space is concerned?
The nomination slots are not adequately provided
Mm-hmm.
because you see, uh, somebody who is disabled or who is enabled differently, this somebody will permanently be in that condition.
Mm-hmm.
Is different from somebody who is a youth who is just transiting.
Mm.
Everybody has passed through youth, including the Right Honorable Raila, who was once a youth.
Yes.
And the people who are dancing on the youth platform,
Mm.
tomorrow they will be old.
Mm-hmm.
So, but somebody who is enabled differently
Mm.
will remain with this thing permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So, why will somebody consider to give
Mm.
the youth like 4 slots,
Mm-hmm.
while somebody who is enabled differently is given
One
one
slot.
slot,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the most
Mm-hmm.
affected
Yes.
in the society?
Mm-hmm.
So, I will consider that they propose some amendments
Mm-hmm.
so that at least
They increase.
their numbers can be increased,
Okay.
so that at any given time
Mm-hmm.
we have all the sectors of disability represented.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that we have the physical disability,
Mm-hmm.
the visually impaired,
Mm-hmm.
the deaf. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a
And there are
physical,
those ones who also have both.
and there are those who have both.
Yes.
So if you only nominate somebody who is physically
Mm-hmm.
disabled,
Mm-hmm.
how will he represent the deaf?
Mm-hmm.
And if you nominate somebody with visual impairment,
Mm-hmm.
how will he or she effectively represent
Mm-hmm.
the
visually
albinos?
impaired. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
How? So
Okay.
I think all these sectors will have their representation,
Mm-hmm. You
and we can define how many sectors they are.
Yes.
And I believe they are not more than 10.
Okay.
So if we can have even 10 slots
Mm.
for each category and let them compete within
Yes.
their spheres,
I hear you very
so that
well.
the element of democracy can be entrenched into there.
Mm.
Instead of you waiting to be given,
Mm.
the parties should have the leagues. Like
Mm.
we have the ODM has the disability
A
league.
league.
Within that league, they can compete.
Mm.
Whoever wants to be MCA
Mhm.
can compete at the ward level
Mhm.
with the fellow challenged
PWDs.
PWDs,
Yes.
so that the element of democracy
Mm.
and public trust
Mm.
can come into their leadership instead of being seen to be given, to have been given, or to have been
Mm.
sympathized with.
Wow,
Mm.
that's very heavy. But
Mm.
would you also speak about the nomination process? Because has been a lot of hue and cry that sometimes the nomination process does not happen well. Then you have people who are per se not PWDs being nominated to occupy that space, especially in our country.
Yeah, that's a major concern.
Mm-hmm.
But you see now at the party level, what I realized,
Mm-hmm.
you have very little to do with somebody who has a certificate
Mm-hmm.
of disability, Linda.
Mm-hmm.
If now you come and you walk in with the certificate of disability,
Mm-hmm.
how will we subject you as a party that you are not a person living with disability? So the National Council for Persons with Disability will actually take up the task and work within the country so that they can invite these people
Mm-hmm.
to come for a meeting, and through that they can see those who are masquerading as PWDs
Mm-hmm.
and those who are genuinely
Mm-hmm.
deserve. Because people come at the electoral process
Mm-hmm.
with the several certificates,
Mm-hmm.
yet they are
Legitimate.
not legitimately
Mm-hmm.
PWDs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is something that the party should address and should pursue it with the National Council.
Okay.
Uh,
Wow.
mm.
The Constitution has been very clear on giving at least 5% to people living with disability opportunities, and yet we see there's a gap there. What can be done for that to be increased, whether it's at the point of aspiring or just even now appointments? What, in your opinion, can be done?
It's just the mindset change,
Mm.
because the constitution is very clear that it is at least,
Mm-hmm.
not at most. Why do
True.
people understand it that it is at most?
I agree to that
Eh?
list. Mm-hmm.
If it is at least, it means the people from disability family, they have 95%.
Yes. Mm.
They don't have the
Mm.
the
Percent.
5%. Why do people feel that they
They
have
should,
the 5%?
but even this 5% still is not
It
met.
is at least.
Okay, so what can be done?
Changing the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you realize that the main players
Mm-hmm.
in this field
Mm-hmm.
are the disabled
Mm-hmm.
themselves.
Yes.
The disability is on them,
Mm-hmm.
because they are the ones who are subjecting these people to discrimination. Yet the people who are enabled differently have already transcended beyond the barriers. So it is just about sensitization and instilling the culture of respect to the family of the disability.
You find that aspirants sometimes come and make promises.
Yeah.
And they make also promises to PWDs. When you elect me, I'll give you this, and they don't honor these promises. What can be done, at least for them to be able to honor it, or just to make it better?
Unfortunately, Linda, people come to leadership at the ballot.
Uh-huh.
Before this person is elected, is he a leader? Where has this person been?
Mm-hmm.
And why do people elect them?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody waits until he is elected at the ballot so
Mm-hmm.
that he starts the leadership
Journey.
journey.
Mm-hmm.
So it is unfortunate that we have been tolerating
Mm-hmm.
people who are not called to leadership,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been viewing them as leaders.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are disappointed all over,
Mm-hmm.
because you elect somebody today on the basis of the promises,
Mm-hmm.
yet him he was looking at it as a business.
Mm-hmm.
He was not looking at it as a call to leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people, including the PWDs, are
Mm.
disappointed.
Mm.
It's just a way of conning.
Mm.
It's like a leader is just conning you.
Mm.
He's giving you an image which is not his.
Mm.
And then you fall into that, and because the electoral process are there with so many elements being discussed, you end up this person electing this person. And then this person now comes to the reality that whatever he promised in the manifesto is not actually of his making. It was to enable him win and nothing else.
Oh.
So we need to at least the same way we have colleges, institutions, even from a church point of view, there are courses that particularly are geared towards leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we say,
Mm-hmm.
even within the IEBC,
Yes.
as people register for voters,
Mm-hmm.
those people who aspire to be leaders
Mm-hmm.
should also go the training, undergo the
Okay.
training,
Okay.
so that the certificate becomes part of
yes. Yeah, the
the
requirements
requirements
at the
at
IBC.
the election at the
Okay.
IEBC.
Yeah, I think that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
Now you went through these challenges. Could you share with us how did you overcome some of them? How did you navigate these challenges that you faced when you're vying?
Yeah. So I went on, like within the ODM party.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that the disability league
Mm-hmm.
is there and it needed to be reactivated.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up that machinery
Mm-hmm.
and called the few of my colleagues, and I shared with them
Mm-hmm.
my agenda and what I needed to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
Then from the party at the ward level,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to secure their support.
Mm-hmm.
Then from there, I reached out to the leadership,
Mm-hmm.
and during that time, the leader is Honorable Seth Kanga
Okay.
Adwinyang,
Okay.
and I found him to be a very good man, a very good gentleman.
What does that mean in this context?
In this contest,
Uh,
he was the only one who was fighting for me.
oh, okay.
He became my agent. At
Okay.
every given meeting,
Yes.
he will say, "Where is the Senator Adul?
Mm-hmm.
Can we have him come and share his agenda?"
Mm-hmm.
Even when Professor Jenda came to speak to ODM family,
Mm-hmm.
he invited me and he
Mm-hmm.
gave me a forum to
Mm-hmm.
also share my
Mm-hmm.
agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the greatest support I ever received.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I've also developed networks.
Mm-hmm.
I activated my networks through friends, and I call for the financial support.
Mm-hmm.
People will come and pledge T-shirts,
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp, what flyers,
Mm-hmm.
and those things really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Even some of
Mm-hmm.
the bloggers, so they were very kind to me.
Mm-hmm.
At least they will take photos, and
Mm-hmm.
I will find them. They are shared, even in my
Hey, absentia.
in absentia.
Mm-hmm.
They will be shared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they will also share to me where events will be taking place,
Mm-hmm.
so that I see which one to join.
Mm-hmm.
So some of this you develop them over time
Mm-hmm.
through your social network.
Network. Mm-hmm.
To make sure that you have at least a team of a support base
Mm-hmm.
that is dependable, that can always rise up to you
Mm-hmm.
every now and again.
Okay.
They may be people you learnt with in school, people of your profession, or even people within the neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
estates,
Mm-hmm.
even the church members.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to know how to
Ride on those networks.
ride on those networks.
Mm-hmm.
At what point will you need so and so,
Okay.
and then you engage them early enough.
Okay. One of the things that I also know worked for you was your political name, Macho Toyo. So would you just take us through what does Macho Toyo mean? How did you come up with it? And yes, it sold more than so people were looking forward to see who is this Macho Toyo. So maybe just take us through that. And
Yeah,
yeah.
in my quest for this seat, I
Uh,
went and interrogated myself,
mm-hmm.
and I wanted something that would really resonate with the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I came up with several of them,
Mm-hmm.
but finally I settled on Macho Toenyoe.
Mm-hmm.
It meant, and it still means, that uh, the engine of leadership
Mm-hmm.
within the Senate
Mm-hmm.
hmm, was weak enough to sustain the oversight role.
Mm-hmm.
That's what is meant by Macho Toenyoe.
Mm-hmm.
So as people are still looking for the leaders to come and help them,
Mm-hmm.
to me I was seeing that the engine of that leadership needed to be rekindled,
Mm-hmm.
and it had to be rekindled by a fresh person
Mm-hmm.
who was seeing this thing
Differently.
differently
Uh-huh.
from what, because them they can say they are doing what they can do, what they are able to do,
Mm-hmm.
but what about me? I felt there is some inadequacies that I can come and fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the whole philosophy of Macho Toenyoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because cooking nyoyo really, you cannot do it within one hour.
Mm-hmm.
If you are to cook nyoyo even today, you will
Mm-hmm.
start early.
Mm-hmm.
So it requires somebody who's dedicated,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's focused,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody who's committed to the journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, if this person will have other engagements to do,
Mm-hmm.
like you realize somebody is a senator and maybe is a medical doctor. So at one point he's still in his clinic. So at what point will you serve the people? You need somebody who is fully dedicated, who cannot deviate from the main role of cooking your. Yeah. So I saw it. I saw the whole concept as machoto anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that you have already run this race, and this show is about, equipping aspirants on politics and political processes, what are the advice, maybe 3 lessons like this, that you would be able to tell somebody living with PWD? That what just lessons would you give them if they'll be running for elections themselves?
The first thing I want to share with the members of the disability family is that it is you who knows your strength. The whole world outside there does not know what you have, the potential that you have to offer into the leadership. So the first thing is to change your mindset and believe in your abilities so that you come to the leadership platform and showcase what you are able to offer. As for me, I was really convinced by my training and my social platforms. It made me have security that there's something I can offer at the leadership. If somebody needed to interrogate financial matters, then who is the expert? It is me who is the expert.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had something unique from the other aspirants who are vying. For example, Professor Genda had the law profession, and Rose Nyamunga also from the law profession, and then Philip Pande is from the NGO sector. So it is me who really had the financial muscle to undertake this role.
Okay.
So look at your ability in terms of the skills, the social network, and convince yourself that you, like any other person, is able to come and showcase that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the major number one thing.
Okay.
The mindset.
Yes.
Change your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, then it means that the majority of those people, they are going to be right, that you are not able to do it.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
They are going to be right that you're not able to do it. So challenge them. I say tell them, yes, you think I'm not able to do it, but here I am.
All right. Any other lesson?
Another lesson is that don't fight alone. Come through institutions. There are well-established structures within political parties. You can choose which one that can support you. For example, the ODM family, it has got a bigger network within the region. So if you can ride on that network, so during their meetings, you find that you will spend less and you achieve much. You see, yeah. Make sure that you are also able to activate your church, your community, so that they are able to amplify your vision. Yeah.
Okay.
And don't be somebody who is necessarily offended or antagonized by people. Don't feel that if somebody throws one or two things, it really relates to you. Some of these things, they are thrown to you to enable also others win against you. So yeah, it is a political process.
Yes.
Yeah. So you also twist others to enable you also win. Look at it in terms of a game, kind of a political process.
Okay.
If they throw jabs at you, find a polite one that can convey your manifesto and challenge their opponents. Yeah.
All right. So, is there any other that we will be leaving? Any other lesson that you can give aspirants, PWDs?
Don't overlook the family support, because at the end of the day, they form your main foundation. They are the people who will give you the emotional support. Even if they don't give you the financial support, but that emotional support that they are with you throughout the journey is very important, because whatever outcome of that process, they'll be able to absorb it, to help you absorb it. And your partner is very important, and your children. And then come also to the Bible and look at the so many successful stories that happened to PWDs in the Bible. Emulate the examples, like this person who was crippled at the pool of Siloam. His dedication and commitment to healing became so obvious that he became the face of that Siloam pool, of that pool. That at the time now Jesus came, it was obvious that he needed just a small support
Mm-hmm.
for him to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to challenge all of us to remain committed, be
Mm-hmm.
dedicated, and remain focused on the agenda without distractions.
Wow, you have put it well. Now that elections are coming, are we expecting to see you in the ballots, or you will let us know at the right time? Eh?
I've realized that leadership is just very big. I was looking at it in terms of Senate. I
Eh,
realized that it is actually a very big one,
eh,
very big component. That
mhm.
you can serve people even from where you are.
Yes.
Yeah. So some of these engagements,
Uh-huh.
we have done them. When people are going for public participation,
Mm-hmm.
you find there is no representation from these oversight bodies,
Yes.
and I find myself representing the people.
Yes.
So it is something that I continue to do.
Yes.
So it's a discussion that I want us to undertake,
Mm-hmm.
maybe towards the end of this term, so
Mm-hmm.
that we assess how each leader has performed
Mm-hmm.
and the value that we can now bring on board.
Mm-hmm.
If there's need for us to come back, we'll consult the people
And the people will guide
and the
you.
people will guide accordingly.
Very well. What
Mm.
would you want? Is there one thing that you'd want IEBC to make better for the sake of the next election, especially for the PWDs? Yes. What would you tell them to just make it better for PWD so that we get that representation?
I would like IBC. I first stated earlier
Mm.
that they should incorporate a lot of trainings,
Yes.
not only to PWDs, but to this other category,
Mm-hmm.
the general public, to
Mm.
understand that even within us,
Mm-hmm.
we expect
Mm-hmm.
PWDs to contest,
Yes.
to come on board.
Mm-hmm.
And they should really discuss why we are not seeing as much
Mm-hmm.
showing interest in this post.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can have that conversation alongside the voter registration,
Mm-hmm.
even the voter registration exercise,
Mm-hmm.
IBC should be inclined to see how many PWDs have registered,
Registered. Mm-hmm.
because the numbers are now with the National Council.
Mm-hmm.
If the National Council
Mm-hmm.
statistics says we
Mm-hmm.
are 10,000 here in Kisumu,
Mm-hmm.
why will it be that in the entire Kisumu County
Mm-hmm.
only 3 people have registered? It should be a concern of IBC,
Mm-hmm.
and then work towards mainstreaming disability in all aspects of political exercise.
Mm-hmm. Very well. We have come towards the end of this particular episode. So I just want you to give a last parting shot to a PWD, encouraging them to run for office and just put in a nugget in there for them.
Yeah. My fellow PWDs, this is your moment. I would like to talk to you directly that I'm one of you. I've lived with this ever since, and in the whole facets of life, all things are possible the way God says it in the Bible. If you come to Him, He will give you the desires of your heart. So come out, interrogate yourself within the spheres of your ability, and show out the very best of you to the world. I believe that once you come out, the rest of the community will be able to look at you in terms of what you are able to offer, not what you don't have. And this will really inspire several others to wake up and challenge the existing systems so that you can be better leaders. So interrogate yourself, activate your networks, be somebody who is sociable, and come to the mainstream political parties so that you are able to showcase the leadership potential that you have within you. Don't look down upon you. That one thing that you aspire to achieve, let it come out and let the people know about it. At God's best time, He will make it happen for you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Nelson, for those nuggets. Indeed, they're very, very, very helpful. And I don't think I have much to add on to that. You have really nailed it. Mine is to thank you, online viewers, for watching this particular episode and to invite you to watch the next episode of the Linda Ogweno Show. And for PWDs, they say disability is not
Inability.
inability. Bye bye. See you next time.